behind the camera, there'll still be the wind. Welcome back. We're doing something different today. We're doing a indoor update. Actually, it's more of a catch-up video than anything else. It's a Sunday afternoon. Fall has hit Michigan with a vengeance. It's 48 degrees outside, raining, cloudy. Not really a great day to go work on the boat. And I have been working on the boat 2 to 3 days a week for the last 3 months, and got a lot done, but didn't get as much done as I had hoped to. This video is going to be used just to go over what we paid for the boat and why I felt that investment in the boat and the continuing investment in the boat is a good idea. So basically, let's just go right through the whiteboard here. Excuse the purple and the black, and that's what happens when you weren't planning on doing this type of video and you decide you're going to do this video and you're at home and you grab one marker and it fades out, and then you grab another marker and there you are. So I wanted to go through the details about the boat purchase and where we're at today finance-wise, how much money we have into the boat today. So this is a 1981 Bertram 46.6 foot motor yacht. It's a flush deck motor yacht. Bertram built this hull, the 46.6 foot hull, and they put a sport fisherman on it, which was the much more popular boat, and they put the motor yacht, the flush deck motor yacht, on this hull. This is the flush deck motor yacht. We bought the boat at a website, yachtsalvage.com, certified sales. It's a company up in, I think their main office is on the East Coast. And you'll find other YouTubers. There's a couple out there, the Evans, young couple who recently bought a 49-foot Beneteau from the same website. My wife and I have owned a 49-foot Jeanneau, which is a very similar boat. But this boat was bought through that website. It was bought in July of this year. The purchase price for the boat was $17,250. That was the auction price. That was when the hammer went down after 5 hours of what started out to be three bidders. 2 hours into it, before it even got to $15,000, it became 2 bidders. And if you want to see how that process goes, you can go to the Evans project boat for their Beneteau, and they were actually showing them on the phone with the boat broker, waiting for the response to come back and forth. You know, do you want to go up another $250? Do you want to go up another $250? And the other person dropped out. They must have hit their $17,000 limit, and they didn't go to $17,250. We went to $17,250. The auction fees on top of that, they get a 6% buyer's premium, and then there's some document processing fees. The total additional cost was about $1,100. So the actual purchase price, or actual money we wired to the broker to buy the boat, was $18,350, plus or minus a couple of dollars. In my mind, before I bid on the boat, I had established a limit of $20,000. I was not willing to put more than $20,000 into the boat. I didn't have any intention of buying this boat for a long period of time. This boat had been on that website. It was a donated boat. It had been on the website for months. And I had looked at it a few times. It was in Michigan, which was made it an attractive boat to me. I knew if I did bid on the boat, and I did buy the boat, and the boat was seaworthy and could be moved under its own power, I knew I could put the boat in the water in Michigan, even though it's in Lake Erie, near Toledo. I can get it, put the boat in the water in Lake Erie, and 400 miles later, it's on Beaver Island, which is where this boat is bound to be going. We have a property on Beaver Island and the Paradise Bay, or in St. James Harbor. And on that piece of property, it's a piece of commercial property, we have an 80-foot deep water dock. When we bought the property 8 years ago, the deep water was about 8 feet at the end of the 80-foot dock, and we had about 10 feet of beach and a seawall. And everyone back then was talking about, no, this is it. The Great Lakes are draining. The global warming is burning all the water off, and we won't have our Great Lakes. soon that we'll be able to walk from the mainland to the islands. I've been spending summers on Beaver Island or summers on Lake Michigan since I was 5. And I told everybody this is a cyclic thing. The waters go down, the waters come up. The waters go down, the waters come up. And I was called a climate denier. I was called a fool, you know, all of those things. And I actually, at one point in time, sitting in a restaurant on the island with people all talking about the Great Lakes being doomed, I asked anyone that wanted to take a $1,000 bet that within 5 years' time, the water in the Great Lakes would be at the chart datum again. And they all said that was a fool's bet. They didn't want to take my money. I was an idiot, and no one took the bet. Well, the water is now 2.5 feet over chart datum. Our lake is underwater. Our dock, literally, we had it raised this year. That dock has been in the water for 40 years, and this year we paid to have it raised because Lake Michigan has come up over the dock. So when we bought the property 8 years ago, I could walk under the dock all the way out, about halfway out of the dock. You could easily walk under the dock. And now, literally, the water was at dock level. And all the docks in the Beaver Island Harbor, the water is going over them. Our seawall, you get a 20-knot breeze blowing in the harbor, and the waves come over our seawall and into our yard. But this boat is destined to go to our dock on Beaver Island behind our storefront on Beaver Island. That's where it's headed. And so besides this investment of $18,350, we will be paying Michigan sales tax on this $17,250 once they process the paperwork that was sent from the broker. They'll send us a bill, and we'll be paying them 6% sales tax. But I don't really consider that a purchase price. That's just the state taking their money. We have spent about $200 on buying cleaning equipment for the boat. The boat didn't have buckets. The boat didn't have mops. The boat didn't have brushes. The boat's, you know, all the different specialized cleaning stuff to get 3 years of dirt off the boat. So we bought a bunch of cleaning stuff, rags, white, terry cloth rags, white rags, probably about $250 worth of cleaning. And because I bought a lot with cash, and just ran in and picked it up on the way there, I don't really know the exact number, but it's pretty close to that. And then really, the first few weeks we had the boat, I was trying to determine, before I spent any time on the boat, were the engines any good? Were the batteries any good? And so I spent a lot of time in the first couple of weeks. The first time I saw the boat was July 15th. And by the first week of August, we determined that the 8-volt batteries were okay. They were fine. And the generator battery, the one house battery, one 12-volt battery was pretty well shot. It was left hooked up to the boat, and the voltmeter that tracks the condition of the boat was hooked up to that battery for 3 years. And so it was pretty much flat. Even though it has taken a charge, we put it on the charger just because it was there, and we might as well do that anyway. So we put it on the charger, and it's been just fine. It hasn't been just fine. It's good enough for us to check the 12-volt systems in the boat. So in the middle of August, we shifted to the repair of the gel coat and the bottom, anywhere below the bottom paint. And most of the videos you've seen for the last several weeks have been about repairs to the getting the biologics, all the zebra mussel shells and all the seaweed and everything was left on the bottom of the boat because the previous owner for 5 years didn't put any bottom paint on the boat. And before that, he would sand off the bottom paint. He wouldn't take time to clean it off very good. He'd put an epoxy barrier coat back down, put another one coat of bottom paint on it, let it go for a couple of years, and then most of it would be off. He'd just put another barrier coat on it, and he wasn't repairing the cracks. All those, literally, I believe that we've somewhere between 400 and 500 spider cracks, stress cracks in the gel coat, we've been repairing by expanding the crack out with the Dremel tool, getting all the way down to the fiberglass, removing the cracked gel coat, cleaning that out, acetone, fill it in with gel coat, sand it down, fill it in, sand it down, fill it down. Once you remove that gel coat with that Dremel tool, it's no less than 3 applications of gel coat, and sometimes as many as 5 and 6. So we've spent 200 man hours between Dave, my friend, and I, 200 man hours, sanding down the boat, dressing out or treating out the cracks, filling the cracks back in, sanding them down. And it's amazing on a boat this size how many times, you just about think you have it, and you start going over the boat again and you go, oh, there's another crack. Oh, there's a piece of the gel coat just totally missing. The transom of the boat, as you could tell from one of the early videos, most of the gel coat was gone off the transom. Barrier coats were there, and they were like improperly installed barrier coats, and there were all these little pock marks where the barrier coat did not stick to the previous barrier coat or the dirty hull. So the transom was just about entirely sanded down to fiberglass. It's been built back up, and we've been working on that. So besides the cleaning, we've spent $350 on gel coat, sandpaper discs. We've gone through 280 grit 5-inch orbital sanding discs. We've gone through another 100 of 120 grit and 150 grit. We've gone through, we bought the Dremel tools, the little bits to dig out the fiberglass. I'm not counting the actual tool purchases, other than the tools that we bought that we wore out in this project. So it's been about $400 all told on materials relating to the hull. Gallon and a half of gel coat. A gallon and a half of gel coat has been used to just treat the cracks. So it's amazing. And we'll probably use another quart in the spring to finish the treatment of the cracks. And that doesn't include all of the repairs of the gel coat we have to make above the water line. But it's my intention right now to hire that done. During this process of repairing below the water line, I found I just can't, I bought red pigment, green pigment, blue pigment, tried to make brown, try to catch the exact tint of what my hull looks like now, by all of knowing it was all going to be covered by bottom paint. So I played around trying to find that combination, and it's not my gift. It's not my gift. It was either too white, too brown, too yellow, too blue. It's just not my gift. So I'm going to probably break down and hire that done and let somebody else do that. So this video is just because I haven't posted one in a couple of weeks. I have had people ask me and send me comments saying, what did you pay for it? What have you got into it? And so this video is strictly to let you know what we paid for it. And we're about $1,000 more than that now. We're $19,250 into the boat. I'm very happy with that. I plan on putting $40,000 into the boat. And when we have $40,000 into the boat, I think the boat will be worth $40,000, or it'll be worth 50 or 55. I don't think it's going to be worth much more than that, 55 or 60. Other people seem to think that their 1981 or 1978 Bertram 46 flush deck motor yachts are worth $145,000, $165,000, $95,000. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck selling that 40-year-old boat with 40-year-old engines in it for $100,000 or $150,000. We bought this boat because it's a good, stable hull and a good, stable platform to be running around Lake Michigan, where the seas can go from 2 feet to 12 in 3 hours. And you could be out on the lake, and you could be wishing you had a boat that could take 12-foot seas. And this boat can certainly take 12-foot seas. That's it for right now. This is all we're going to talk about on this video. I hope to be back out on the boat, working on getting into another project. The next project, major project, is building a new swim platform. The current swim platform is about 15 feet wide and 15 feet across the transom and 2 feet wide. The new one is going to be all the way out to the ends of the side of the boat, so 16 feet, and it's going to be 6 feet in length. And so we're going to build a mold this winter, and we'll put that on video. And we're going to lay up a transom, a new swim platform. I've never done that before. I've never made a fiberglass mold, so this is going to be trial and error, and you're going to catch my errors as well as our successes. And then after that, I'm going to build another mold, and we're going to build a set of stairs that you walk onto that nice big large swim platform and just walk up the stairs into the deck instead of having to climb up a ladder. So these are the kind of things that will make this boat enjoyable for a couple that owns a boat that are in their 60s, late 60s. So that's all for today. Thank you again for following the project, and we'll keep you posted as we keep working on the boat. Thank you.